the big topic of the last about month. I think we had this guy's name on every show for the last month. It's our guy Orlando Brown Jr., who made an appearance at training camp this week. He came.
Did he?
Yeah.
He came back?
Came back.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing.
He said Pat's coming on. He said he had to be there. He said he knew this was Coach Reed's. Like, I thought it was interesting. He said he knows Coach Reed loves the first few days of Pat, so he had to be there for Pat. It's like, okay, Coach Reed ain't the only one who's a big fan of the first few days of getting Pats on. Okay,
I love it. Yeah,
I love it. I love this even more though. The big reason why, according to Pro Football Network's Aaron Wilson, was Patrick Mahomes encouraged him to get back to work. And that was a big factor for Orlando Brown in coming back to training camp, and how fast he did it was Mahomes being the leader and pushing him to come there. So I thought that was fantastic.
I'll bet Bradley. Hey, listen, don't call this joke of the night. Hey, listen, hey, look, hey, you suckers out here breathing down my neck. I'm just letting you know, okay? Sign the franchise tag, please. All right, I'm gonna need you. Okay? Please. Did I say please? Did I say please? Please. Click, call me back.
I wonder how much of that is him, Orlando and him being as close as they are, or is it actually like, yeah, these left tackles out here, man, they ain't it. I need you here now. Right combination, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm being funny, but for real, like hey, listen, look. If he's watching the practice and the guy is getting beat by somebody who should be beating him, he's like, what are we going to do? We get into the season.
Yeah.
Against, the Pro Bowler or the one is, who's a headhunter.
Yeah.
What are we going to do then? I need to watch my back. My back needs to be okay. I need to be standing up over here. All right. Call me back, OBJ. Call me back.
Mahomes giving him the wink. Don't worry, man. Veach will get you in the offseason. Don't worry, I promise.
We'll
make it right.
Yeah, they don't take care of you.
But no. So after only his first practice, he was at the podium and he said something pretty interesting. He said, "quote I want to finish the rest of my career here in Kansas City, and it's not about the money," which is a lot of fans were like, "What do you mean it's not about the money?" It was about the money because we offered you pretty fair amount, and you decided to not take it. So. What do you think about this whole the latest in this Orlando Brown Jr. saga? Him returning to camp, him saying he wants to finish his career, but yet it's not about the money. What do you think about all that?
I'm happy Orlando Brown Jr. is back at the Chiefs in camp.
And what do you think of and what do you think about this?
Hey man, listen, hey. All right. This is me. This is how I feel about it. Look, I get it. Look, him sitting there saying, look, I want to come to practice in pads right now. I know I would have felt maybe some type of way, a little sting, and maybe he had to just get past that, and that's fine. If he needed his break and whatnot for negotiations, and cool. Hey, look, take whatever time you need. You know what I'm saying? Refocus, okay? Get your mind back into what you need to do, right? Let's get back into the grind and let's go back at it. And so maybe that's what he wanted, and maybe he wanted to get there with it. I get that part of it, right? And that's what I think he was. I'm good with that. I'm all right with that. I ain't mad at him. Look, as a player, I understand negotiations work. Sometimes you don't like them all the time. I've had that. I've had conversations with other players about like the negotiations, and sometimes you're gonna feel like, man, this thing is just, you know what I mean? Like it is personal, right? And sometimes that holdout is that whole deal. Like, man, look, I think they slighted me on this. That's his feeling about it. The Chiefs feel the other way, and they have every right to feel that way. Like, look, man, we offered you something we thought was fair. This is what we gonna sign you for. This is where we at with the whole franchise tag. Take it or leave it. Okay, deal with it this year, and next year, if you play like you're supposed to play, like we think that you are, and if you say that you are, we're going to compensate you for it, right? We don't mind doing that. Yeah. We just need to see a little bit more. I get that. Every camp has their own feelings about whatever. I get that. And so now what we know is he's back at camp. That's a great thing. It's going to take him some time to get acclimated. You know, I've seen him a little slow out the break. I mean, it's live ball now. This is live. And so there's so much tennis you can play in tennis balls you're going to be able to do. And he knows that. You know what I'm saying? Not for real. I mean, it's funny, but it's true. He's like, hey, man, shoot. You know, Frank Clark coming around here, man, salivating and grunting and stuff. You ain't had no tennis instructor doing that to you. So, but believe me, he's like, hey, man, I got to get back in here, right? And he knows that. He knows this. Look, who butters his bread, but he knows who will butter his bread if he plays the way that he knows he has the ability to play. He knows that. So, hey, I ain't got no problem with that whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. And apparently he's been swimming, doing a lot of swimming laps too throughout this offseason to kind of get in shape. And tennis and swimming, I like it.
I like it. I like it. Yeah. His condition, I think, is going to go up, man. But you need that. You need that oomph. You need that power. You need that push. You need those hits. Yep. You know, you just can't simulate football any other way other than going out there and being physical, playing football. Yeah, I mean, you just can't. I mean, you could try to simulate it as much as possible, you know. But tackling dumb ain't gonna hit you back. Sled ain't gonna hit you back. You need to go against a live body. And so, thank goodness he's here. You know, glad he's here, man. Glad he's back in camp. And so, like I said, Patrick, yeah, hey, I'm gonna facilitate this. Yo, listen, OBJ, call me back. Click. Shoot.
And whatever works. And I know that they there was a picture, it was a video, but it was you saw Orlando Brown. I don't know if you saw it. Orlando Brown was standing watching the practice, and next to him was Veach, you know, patting the shoulder pad.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen, look, hey, no hard feelings right now. It's all business, and that's what you got to. At a certain point, you realize it's business. You're right. Don't always make it right, but it is business. Okay. You know, everybody has their own interests at hand. Yeah. But I don't think I heard everybody talking about, well, his agent needs to do him. He ain't got nothing to do with his agent. The agent works for him.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if people understand that, but Orlando Brown Jr., he hired the agent. The agent works for him. The agent can't make any decision about what he does and doesn't do. Okay. He doesn't. So I'm glad he's back in practice.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's funny, his off season of tennis and swimming, man. It's like you know, he spent his off season at the country club.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, shoot. Hey, if it gets him in better conditioning, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I ain't mad at the brother, man. I like it. Matter of fact, shoot. Sometimes you gotta, you know, expand, you know, your workouts to become better. And I think that he was thinking outside the box to do that. I like that part of it.
Yeah, no, I love it. As long as he looks good out there, I don't care how he's doing it. I don't care how he's spending his summers.
Right.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.